discretion is advised.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Geek It Out. I'm yours truly, the Dankbots, here with my boy, Don Frickin' Prime.
Evening, folks.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Like, what is up? Not only we got delays with Hottoys, we also, unfortunately, will be having a sort of a delay. Not really, but we've Aries canceled for today. He had a lot of different things happening, so unfortunately, he won't be able to make it today. I sent out some invites, so we'll see if we get more people in just to discuss what's going on. But Don Prime, you wanted to show off a few things from your end?
Unfortunately, right now, I can't because would have to unplug. I'll show off a quick preview. I don't know if you can see him.
Wait, give me a second.
Yeah, more CCFLs for Grievous. I just got him in a clone trooper's hand right now, and I have it like Yoda's training him.
Wow, it looked like Yoda was about to wreck that clone trooper.
Yep. So
wow, that's funny. Okay, wait a minute, what I'm doing here? Okay, let me turn Winter Soldier around a bit. But if you guys are wondering why I have Winter Soldier out, because I just moved almost everybody from my top shelf. Right, I moved everybody from my top shelf, which is all Marvel figures. Hey, Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn, as always, what's up? Exotic Carb, what's up, buddy? I moved all my Marvel characters from my top shelf of this display case over to the Thanos display case, which I'll show you right now. Let me see, I have it all shared up right now. So right there, that's a picture I posted earlier today. That's pretty much my Marvel lineup I have for the Avengers Assemble. I will switch out characters here and there in between what I have here.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Winter Soldier figures, I'm going to remove those, add a different figure to those, add different characters that place. But I do have other figures in place with that as well, like other third-party figures or other company figures. So I got One Punch Man hanging out with Groot and Natasha Romanoff from Infinity War. A lot of people are saying that One Punch Man would have freaking annihilated that entire EndGame fight. It would have only lasted for like 5-10 minutes. And then let's see who else I got here. I got I using Black Panther now with his head sculpt. I've always been using his helmeted head sculpt, but now I've switched that around. And then I got Bucky with him, and then Doctor Strange in the back with Captain Marvel. I'm thinking of moving Captain Marvel a little higher because she is a flyer, so she has to go a little higher than that. And then the stealth suit Cap there, then with Thanos in the back, and then if I decide to do any dynamic poses with the Iron Man, I gotta give him some space because he's right in front of Thanos, right? And Thanos is like taking up that backside where Iron Man is, so he doesn't have a lot of space to work with. So that's something I need to see what I get done. But also there's the Age of Ultron Thor, one of my favorites. The reason why he's one of my favorites is because he's literally the Ragnarok Thor, just with the Age of Ultron body, same head sculpt, and he has that battle damage look to it.
Okay, cool.
And then heard someone say, okay, so Thrawn is like, I heard someone say that BD Thanos may be in stock soon. Oh, yeah. I heard it was Battle Damage Thanos coming out soon, and Thor EndGame was coming out soon. Those are the two that are coming out right now. That's what I've been hearing. Those are the two.
Yeah, Fat Thor.
Yeah, Fat Thor. Yes, Bro Thor. Okay, so Hazard Blues asking, all right, so next release, since it's not Rex. Like we mentioned, I got word from Dante, a man at Hot Collectibles, that Thor EndGame was going to be next, Bro Thor, which will be pretty cool. I really want to see those lightning effects because I really want to add those. I want to grab those lightning effects added to the EndGame Captain America, because we didn't get any lightning effects with EndGame Cap, right?
No.
It was what's his name? It was what was his name? D23 Cap got the lightning effects.
Yeah, the pre-concept run, or the batches with mistakes that were made wrong and sold as exclusives.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I've been saying that since day one. They sold those, the ones that failed with the body type and stuff. The failed prototypes. They resold those, packaged them as D23s. I tell you, man, I've been saying that.
Yeah, and they were going for $1,000 at one point.
That's like one of the best ways you can resell that failed product. This is repackaging as an exclusive.
Yep, and because you could only buy it at Disney at the D23 exclusive event. Yep. So again, because it also has a little Disney D23 sticker on it.
Yeah, that figure goes for $1,000, almost $1,000, right? For a figure that's a failed prototype. Like, it's not a failure; it's still a good figure. But a lot of people were just attacking that figure so much.
Yeah, the chest was wrong, the proportions were wrong. It's just like the neck was too long on it. With the body they used, it was just a flaming garbage pail.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. What else did it come with? It came with the scepter too, right? It came with the Loki scepter.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it came with the Loki scepter. It came with the one thing I want is the lightning effects. I want that in my EndGame. That's why that's what I was saying yesterday on the clean and chill stream I did yesterday. Thank you guys, whoever, for all of you who came in to talk about my cleaning habits for my Hottoys. Yesterday, we mentioned that what if a Toy Fair exclusive could be, right? Think about this: the bow damage EndGame cap.
Where his face is all like the head sculpt you get is all jacked up.
Yep, all jacked up.
And then would they give him the arm wound?
Yeah, the arm wound, and then
he only comes with a cracked shield but he also comes with Mjolnir.
The Mjolnir, the die-cast Mjolnir with the lightning effects.
Yeah, but if they're going to do something like that, then the background's probably going to be a portal. How like they have some of the backgrounds? It'll be like a circular portal.
Ooh, like a massive one too, kind of like what they did with Star-Lord.
Yeah. Or even Thanos.
Dude, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I guess we all came here to talk about a few things. What the hell happened here, man? Everybody was like thinking that this was going to be released with the Bad Batch. What happened, man? What happened? Honestly, Captain Rex.
I have no idea.
Captain Rex getting delayed. I think Hottoys was making money moves. You know why? I think they extended the delay on this for a few months because they want more pre-orders. They know that people are gonna jump on this. They saw the writing is on the wall with after what happened with Cody. Cody started selling out. They're like, you know what? Let's sprinkle a bit more pre-orders on that. Let's get more batches in. So I'm guessing Rex is sort of that same situation where Rex has been doing so well with the pre-orders for since its reveal. So, and it was up there kind of like with Cody. Cody was doing well, pretty well as well. So,
yeah, I mean, exactly. They're like, yeah, let's squeeze some more dollars out of this.
Yes,
because they probably they're gonna have to read. I mean, unless they've already completed their run and they have to, reset the factory and break out all the molds. Again, they could have the next batch done in a couple of days, aside from the head sculpts. Which take 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's the claim, right? It takes about 2 weeks to work on one head sculpt.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I think that's what happened, man. Because look what happened to the batches with the Iron Man Mark 50 and the Thor Infinity War. They made so many more batches after their pre-orders. Hell, the Thor literally sold out, right? And then they reopened the pre-orders for that damn figure to sell more batches. You know, Hot Toys knows how to work the people, man. Hot Toys knows to work the people. Big Dog Pound 1, Winter Soldier is sweet. Oh, thank you, man.
Yep.
This is the original Winter Soldier, and let me extend this over here real quick. Yeah, this is the original Winter Soldier. I love the bells and whistles with it. If you guys saw me last night, I was working on adding some acrylic to the leather pieces, leather vest and everything. And I wish I had known about the acrylic finisher because it could have probably saved the bottom of my leather because there's like a bit of like flaking at the bottom of it. I wish I knew about that acrylic. I've been using 303, but I've been lazy, so that's what happened. It destroyed the leather at the bottom of my vest. That's why I'm saying I wish Hot Toys delivers the damn 2.0 Winter Soldier from the flashbacks.
Yeah. That's again a money making machine right there. So I think it's inevitable that we see something of that. Now, whether it's a general release, whether it's exclusive, or who knows, but I think we're going to see something.
Oh yeah. Let me see. I think I took a picture of the leather flaking. If I can find it, I'll share it on the stream. But yeah, it's like it's minor. It's minor. I could actually hide it with the belt, but if I raise up the belt, you can actually hide the flaking. But it's like a little small spot.
Gotcha. You're going to hide the crime.
Hide the crime, yeah, hide the damn crime. Yeah, but 303 and the Satine acrylic finisher will definitely help with your pleather needs. But yeah, I was adding 303 on everything. I was grabbing all my rubber figures like the Black Panther 303.
Yeah, I've got the
wax off.
Yeah, like King Zachary, I've got his kit that he was selling. Yeah, and his protectant, and he also included like one of the makeup like brushes where you squeeze. Yeah, so it's awesome. It's got like the fine brush in addition to that protectant. So,
Speaking of Zach, man, what happened, bro? What happened?
Yeah, I just don't think that. Yeah,
is he going to come back? He's doing a fire sale, right, on all his figures.
Yeah, and apparently he's got about $100,000 worth of stuff he's letting go of.
Yeah,
well,
it's
I think
like
that's
300, right? 300 figures
in statues. Yeah, like 300, like 300 and then statues at like all different scales. But yeah, it's equivalent of $100,000.
Yeah. 6-scale scavengers and King Zachary are going. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, I just found out about 6-scale scavengers yesterday that they were calling it quits. Not calling it quits. They are doing other stuff, but they're breaking the team, I guess. Like the Beatles. Yeah. You know what else? Because I think I got this comment the other day, like, hey, what happened with you and Aries? Why you guys are not doing videos anymore? It's not because we don't want to do videos. We're trying to find the scheduling to do videos or streams together. Because he had to change up his stream, and I had to change up my schedule a bit. So we're kind of like we're trying to get together. So we're working on that. I know we're working on that.
Yeah, tried adulting today. Don't recommend.
But yeah, we are gonna go streaming this Sunday with Aries at his channel. So I'm hoping that next week we should have Aries back in. But you know what? I'm surprised though. Out of all the figures, Ray gets delayed. Like Ray is going out for other folks, right? But us here in the States are gonna get delayed with Ray. unless you bought it, from Toys Wonderland or something. Here in the States that we buy from damn Sideshow, Big Bad Toy Store.
Mhm.
Anybody here selling Ray, that's a legitimate store owner or site owner, whatever. We can't buy we won't be able to get Ray anytime soon, or we are, but it's delayed. So I think a few months.
2 or 3. Because originally it was end of June was the last, the end projection. Now it's September, September, October. So yeah, it's like 2-3 months.
But yeah, what's funny though? Remember Tony Stark? Tony Stark. Oh my God, Denobi's in. Okay, we gotta switch this up a bit.
Cool.
Yo, hey. Denobi! What is up, man? Hello. How you been, bro?
Good. I caught the last 10 minutes. There was gossip. What's going on? I heard who's breaking up? I heard the Beatles or something. What?
Yeah, the Beatles are breaking up, man.
Yep.
Cisco Scavengers are breaking up, and then Zach is selling his toys.
Yeah, $100,000 fire sale.
Zachary, I should go visit him. If he's watching, Zach, should I go visit? I should go to Louisiana and go check out what's going on over there.
Yeah, he's apparently it's a lot. So I'll just say that.
I tell him. Well, you know what? I'll send him an invite. He needs to come hang out with me here in Vegas, because what happens in Vegas.
Speaking of Vegas, have you seen Army of the Dead, Denobi?
I have not,
no.
But I know they are dismantling my city again, aren't they? Aren't they doing something wacky for Vegas, or there's always something going on?
There's always something going on. Yes, that's what happened. That's what's going on. They're wrecking Vegas again with Ocean 13 feel. Or Ocean 11.
So King Zachary, he's my boy, so I can't say anything against him, so I have to watch out for him. But 1/6 Scavengers, what's going? They're just, is it too much? Is it overwhelming? Did my predictions on Star Wars come to fruition? Did Star Wars Hot Toys become overwhelming? That's my question.
You've been saying that for a long time, man. Since I started. I only started 2 years, right? This is my second year.
I'm gonna keep preaching it because
you've been preaching it since last year. Since you've been talking about it since last year, since I started, you've been preaching about that.
I have my own custom pre-order spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet, and when you have your pre-orders right in front of you, and you see the dates, kind of like a thumbtack on a map. When you wrap the string, string, and when you see it visually. You say to yourself, holy shit, there's trouble coming. And the Captain Rex here being delayed, that's going to strengthen the storm at the end of the year.
Do you think that it has to do with anything with or what's going on with Hot Toys as far as they too much on their plate and they had to move Rex further back so they could work on trying to release the EndGame figures that were already delayed and the Pennywise that were delayed, and they have a lot of delayed figures, before Rex came into play to be delayed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think world events are affecting them. This is me speculating. It's just me gathering, but there's so much happening around the world. People don't understand that a lot of our toys are made in China, and the folks in China, they've been experiencing a little bit of freedom. They've been grabbing that taste of democracy. And we all know that freedom, even a small portion, is not free. And when you start to add some democracy to the folks in China, it tends to raise their price of labor up. All sorts of things start to get affected. Price of oil Our toys are made out of oil, plastic, carbon synthetics. I believe there's a hydrocarbon complex, plastic, all of that. And all of that is being taken into effect. Then the pandemic slowed things down, and it's just the actual dam. It's the waters are starting to rise. That's why I keep saying this. That's why I keep saying, there's a storm coming. People don't realize how bad it's going to be. A lot of stuff that should not have been delayed has been delayed. It'll come in and it'll. So like this Rex here, you guys have been preaching about this Rex for a while now. Now it's been delayed till September. Well, do you have like a chart in front of you visually on what's going to hit us? This is what, the third quarter of this year.
You know what's funny? I don't even need a chart because I just go back to your videos the past few months.
That's it. And here's the kicker, because I saw part of your stream last night. You were cleaning and dusting and shit, weren't you? Weren't you doing all? Weren't you maintaining your collection? I need to do that. Boy, I need to. Well, that's the thing, curating a collection. People don't realize it. It's work. Dusting and reorganizing and posing, inspecting, making sure that the pleather on that Winter Soldier. What is that? That's the 2.0. No, that's the original.
The original.
Regrets. I sold him. Biggest regret.
Don't regret. I bought this, loose with all the accessories. And he's been a nightmare for me because I've been keeping up with the pleather, right? And no flaking at all. And then one day after a few months, I'll skip a month or two without applying that 303. Here come one day, he was right behind my cap. I was like, the hell is that? What's that deteriorating? Oh my God, that little speck right under his damn, it's like a damn little speck right under his pleather vest. Something else here. Let me see if I can find it. Right here. Magic. Look at that. That's magic right there, folks. Right there. Ooh, that's what I've been trying to find. Yeah. This right here. Magic. This right here protects pleather, rubbers, silicone. It does leave a greasy finish, but it's that greasy finish that protects the material. So it prevents it from drying out. So you could put this on pleather. Actually, I've done it to my DX Jones. I think I show you here. They're trying to figure out what was the name. I'm forgetting the name of that. I have it on my, see if you can see it here. My DX Jones, can you see that? Yep, we can see that. Yeah. So I put a thin layer on his coat. That is a DX Indiana Jones, and that's why that leather jacket, there shouldn't be any cracks. But so if you touch it with your fingers, you can see the film on it. You can kind of feel it, but you need that because that is designed specifically from preventing dryouts and cracks and things like that. So this is my sorted. It was meant for Disney, but then the dinosaurs started taking over. The dinosaurs started. Doesn't Disney own dinosaurs too? I'm just saying. Yeah, That module case was meant for Disney, but it became. I'm starting to run out of space and managing a collection center. Shinobi, quick thing. Yes. Rodrigo hit us up with a super chat. I know you've been playing for 2 years now, but what about you two? Just wanted to see out of my mind. All right. I talk about this old story all the time. I joined in collecting Hot Toys in 2012, and my very first Iron Man figure was the exact same one that got Budget Stark. You guys remember old school Budget Stark? Yes. Yep. Yeah, his introduction to the world of Hot Toys was the exact same figure that got me hooked, and it was the Mark II Iron Man Unleashed. It was the 2.0. And I bought that, and I was blown away. I'm like, what? Like, that experience, that joy. And he tells the story, too, like he had never seen anything like that before. But that Mark II Iron Man, and which I still have it. It's actually it's part of the right. It's there. It's right there. So
Yeah, it was the Mark II, 2012, and then I came into a little bit of cash. I was involved in a situation where I had received. Yeah. I'm not at liberty to disclose, but I did run into a little bit of money, and in 2012, and then I think this, and then I ended up pre-ordering the Ironmonger, the Mark II 2.0, the Tony Stark is the 2.0 Mark I. Remember the Mark I with the original suit?
Yes, yeah. we all want the reissue.
Yeah.
3.0.
Yeah, and then it spiraled out of control after that. Yeah.
Is it? Are you out of your mind though when it comes to collecting Hot Toys? That's the thing.
Can you see that right there? Can you see the pile right there?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I've been working so much, and today's my day off. That the plan was to get through some of that, but I've been so busy. But yeah, it's a situation, and it's that pile up there that pisses me off with Hot Toys. That's one of the reasons I stopped doing like the day one pre-orders, because I don't like that. I don't like getting bombarded with multiple shipments like that in a 30-day period, because I juggle. Most of us tend to juggle in this collection, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We tend to juggle finances, trying to hide here, trying to hide there, move money here, move money there, while she's not watching. Wink, wink. So but it's hard. It's hard when you're getting bombarded. And this is what I'm talking about. It's this crap here, where they're coming in like a huge influx like that pisses me off. And I know that a lot of Star Wars collectors are going to experience that at the end of the year, because it doesn't make sense when you have, what are we up to, 32? We have 32 actually 31. We have 31 unreleased.
38 Star Wars figures.
Okay, we have 38, but we have that have been shipped into the. Is it 38? So I don't have my chart in front of me, but the Star Wars characters that have not been shipped to the U.S., not counting that it's been released in Hong Kong. So Rey and Kylo would still be part of that list. So it's about 32, 34 then, because most people in the U.S. have not received Rey from Sideshow, from what I understand, right?
Yeah, and Rey just got hit with the delay as well.
Okay, so that's scary. That right there is really, really scary. Which reminds me, I got to reach out to Aries, because we're supposed to talk about the good old days. Did any of you catch his last stream, his last video, Aries? Anybody? Where Aries talks about how he transitioned from Star Wars Black Series to Hot Toys.
Yeah, he did. He's always been mentioning about that. Yeah, I caught the video. Yeah, he
opens the curtain on that, on his transition, and his transition, it's very eerily similar to mine. So hopefully I'll be able to grab him in a stream. I'm going to try to do some live streams next week, and I'll try to go down the old days, the early 2000s of what it was. Collecting toys, and then because as the years go by, every year there's a lot of new Star Wars collectors that are making the jump from Star Wars Hasbro Vintage and Star Wars Black Series into the world of Hot Toys, and there's a specific reason for that, and Aries touches a lot of that, which is very similar to my story, because I originally started my channel to cover Hasbro Star Wars Vintage collection, and then I quickly pivoted away from that, and I jumped into to Hot Toys. So it's a little interesting video. I'm giving him a shout out, so hopefully I'll be able to do a video with him next week. I have extra days, so and you too, Nate. I need to get a hold of you next week.
Oh my god, that'd be so exciting!
Yeah,
that'd be so exciting.
I gotta get you, Dante. Easy, but his schedule's just as crazy as mine. So get you guys all together on Denobi 2, and
yeah, I think me, Easy, and Aries are supposed to be doing a stream Sunday on his channel.
Yeah, Dante too. Yeah, and then Dante has me on Friday. He's doing something Friday. Dante, right? The
Yeah,
Man
his
Collectibles.
anniversary show.
Man, Hot
Yeah.
Collectibles is this Friday.
So I told him I'd give him an hour. I can't do these 2 to 3 hour streams you cats do. I don't know how you guys. Some of you guys can go 2 to 3 hours. I'm like I can barely open up a figure over here. You guys are on these streams for 2 to 3 hours.
I haven't even opened my damn Star-Lord from Infinity War yet. I need to do it. He just came in like 2-3 weeks ago. I still haven't opened that thing yet.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. It's
I
like
have my
thankfully.
Star-Lord buried in a corner back there. It's still in a box too, so don't feel bad.
Yeah,
a quick thing, Rodrigo. Before we continue, Rodrigo's like, okay, I'm officially on my mind. Then yesterday I counted 220 figures, not counting my pre-orders. That's starting 2 years ago.
damn.
Well, welcome to the club.
Yeah, it's very addictive. It really is.
So Don, what you were saying before we
Yeah, like I just changed positions on Monday. So now I'm working, directly for a federal judge, and it's like, it's like the only thing that I've opened in the last, week and two or so is just, my CCFL sabers, and it's just literally open the package, plug in the wall, run the wires through the module cases, and then, I'll just leave them until Grievous comes in.
Rob was like live unboxing.
Unboxing. Did I open them, brother? I should.
Live unboxings, man.
They're
pretty fun. Throwing some Bacardi in there.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'll just say this. My transition wasn't from Black Series or Legends. It was actually from Masterpiece Transformers.
Really?
So it was one of those things where even back in 2010, 11, 12, they weren't as high as they are now price-wise, but it was a little easier to transition, so to say, when you're spending, $130 to get a figure from Japan. And then, at the time, the main price was $220 to $240 for a deluxe. So it wasn't that big of a hit, for me as compared to a Black Series collector starting out. But it's probably the same thing. You're looking for that next thing, the bigger, the better quality for your money. And again, these things are art, everything is subjective, but these things in and of itself, they're art. They're what you like. And, there's no difference, again, aesthetically, looking at the Mona Lisa or a figure. It's all what you want and you like.
Jeez, it's very odd. Most people will make the transition into Hot Toys from Marvel Legends and Star Wars. But yeah, you're probably the first one I know of that uses Transformers as a segue. So that's different.
Yeah, I mean, and it was just one of those times, and I saw it in the Mark V from Iron Man 2 was my first figure, the original one back in the day. So yeah, so that's what got me hooked. Like kind of the same thing. It was
there you go. Yes, the masses needed to know the answer.
Keep going, Don. I was listening to you. But the questions are coming in. People want to know what this is.
We're providing a public service. Save those figures.
Yeah. I think it's $8 or $12. It was on Amazon, but you can search for this on Amazon. They're made. Yeah. It's good stuff.
And that's grease.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I use it. I use this. This is why my Ed 209, the dome never cracked, because when I received it,
yeah, he's smart.
Yeah, people were referring to it. So, you know about the Ed 209, right, Ned?
Oh my God, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I heard stories. I've heard the stories, man.
Yeah, I'll show you. My Ed 209 is still in good condition. Hold on. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh my God, he looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's glorious.
Was that 20? I think that was 2014 that was released. Yeah.
2014.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that 209.
Yeah.
They need to get the power loader, man. I'm telling you, they got to get the power loader in from Aliens. They got to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, they did it before, but it was a model kit way back in the day. Hot Toys. Yeah. So this is what I use. And you should know this is from
Scale.
Zax.
What is that? Just
Oh,
wants to details.
King Zachary's.
Yep. So it's
Was
Zax
that-
kit, and then
was
it's
that
got all the.
Right? Is that what Zach recommended, or?
No, this is Zax's kit. This is the one he was selling. So it's
Oh.
got it's got the protectant, the spray gel, and then it comes with the little
Look at that.
brush. Yep, and then it's got the little,
Huh.
it's so that and I think this was like $18 shipped, and it wasn't expensive at all.
Yeah.
So, and it's good. It works.
Yeah, I saw one of his videos on a product on a spray bottle. I forgot the name of it. It was like a spray applicator.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one, see.
Yeah. That's what's inside
There
that.
you go.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's genius.
Yep.
That's cool. I'm reading Thrawn's comment. Have that as well done. It's genius. Never had any flaking issues with it. Yeah. It's I don't think I have any flaking issues on any of the pleather.
The only one I've had is on my pauldron for my original Death Trooper Specialist. Tried to clean it up as best as I could.
Yeah.
After I found it, but
I wonder if there's an elevation environment situation, because I know you guys are out in the East Coast, aren't you? Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in New
Georgia.
Hampshire.
Yeah. And I'm in Vegas, so there is no humidity at all out here, and the elevation, it's 2,000 feet above sea level. I know Georgia is at sea level. And Don, where are you at? You're in New Jersey?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. So you're
we're above sea level. Yeah, I'm like an hour from the White Mountains.
Okay, so then you're exposed to salt air. Are you close to the ocean?
About 25 miles.
Okay, that's
But I mean, I have I have mini dehumidifiers
okay.
in my office and then in my bedroom in my weapon safe. So
I know Nate in Georgia deals with that rugged humidity on a constant basis. I don't even know what that affects I don't even know how the excessive humidity, because Georgia's humidity it's similar to Florida's.
oh yeah.
Very
Really
similar.
doing spending a summer at Fort Benning doing training. Yeah. Absolutely. But the thing
my
up here,
figures have been doing fine. It's just the one that's been really getting hit hard was the Winter Soldier with that tiny flaking issue, and I it's because I stopped taking care of it. It was like 2 or 3 months in, and I was like, it'll be okay. But then I was like, oh boy, time to for maintenance run.
yeah, but the thing up here too is like, as weird as it may sound, is we can have such vast temperature shifts. Where it's only like 80, but then 5 hours later it's down to like 64, 63. So that screws with all the weather and again the humidity. And then if the figure's hot to cold, that's also going to affect all the plastics and rubbers as well.
Yeah, I haven't had any type of. My DeLoreans have been fine.
Ooh, your DeLoreans! I love those DeLorean videos.
Yeah, I haven't. But and then my iron suits, like with the rubber joints, I coated them with this to prevent any cracking. Anything in my collection that I suspect may suffer damage throughout the years, I usually will give it a think on. The nice thing with this is that it's a one-time applicator. It's one time. That's it. So it like I said, you may feel it with your fingers, but my God, it's there. It's there for a very, very long time, and it's safe and it won't stain. So I use that. I don't think I have anything else. The only other thing I'm worried about is the Ecto One. The Ecto One and the tires. It's an extremely heavy vehicle. So every 3 to 4 months, I take the tires and I rotate them slightly about 90 degrees because I'm worried that a flat tire indentation. When you leave a regular car parked for months, it'll develop that flat indentation. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Everything else seems to be pretty fine. That and the Justice Mobile. I'm worried about that Justice Mobile too. It'd be interesting to see how long the Justice.
So how would you avoid that? Like continuously like roll her around.
Yeah.
Get the car, get that inertia in.
That's it. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah. Every 3 to 4 months, you open it up and then you lift it and then you take the tire and you slightly move it. Yeah.
Really?
Wow. I originally had it on Legos. I put Legos underneath it to not put any weight on it. It didn't look good, so I took the Legos out. Trying to lift it up just slightly. You can use Legos. Legos is it's an old trick. I don't know if you know. If you guys know about the Lego trick, do you?
Use it as a base.
Use it as an invisible base. Yeah, it's an old school trick for collect. Most people don't talk about it, but if you have something that's really heavy, like a vehicle, like a DeLorean or something, especially like a DeLorean, where most likely Hot Toys may never. We don't know if they're ever going to release it. So all the existing DeLoreans out in the wild, you got to take care of them. So the vehicles that were made by Hot Toys, the rubber, it's going to eventually start to wear or create a indentation. So you add Legos in the center of the vehicle by slightly raising it up. That way the weight is carried off the tires.
Oh wow! Didn't even know. I don't do vehicles, so so now I know better because I am going to get that reissue of the Batmobile now. So that's going to be a good figure to test that feature.
I had the camo tumbler.
The camo tumbler.
Oh, yeah. The chocolate chip camo. Yeah.
Yeah, and the only thing I was just telling people were asking me like if I'm going to get it. I'm like, no, that was the early days of collecting for me. I did all that Dark Knight schlock. That's for the second generation. For the new kids that are jumping in right now, they're the ones that are going crazy for the whole Dark Knight tumbler and all that stuff. So I'm more concerned about getting Star Wars, like the Mandalorian, like the speeder bike. There's a lot of we have some heavy hitters. What about Anakin on the staff? Nobody's talking about Anakin on the staff. Anybody?
Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised that Anakin and staff have not been doing so well with the pre-orders.
Yeah,
like everyone's been avoiding that, like the plague.
I don't know why. It's $400 actually. So $385, so $35 sales tax, $25.
Was the exclusive more though? Does it come with additional items?
Well, that is the exclusive right there. $385 is exclusive, right?
The exclusive only comes with the poncho. That's
it.
Okay.
The poncho.
Barely a change. No changes in the price. Just the poncho.
Okay.
So you're looking at $440 with sales tax and shipping. So. And I think this has been delayed twice already because I had it on my chart and it's crazy that I have to go to my own pre-order chart and I'm constantly adjusting dates because it keeps getting pushed back and so forth. Can you scroll down on that Anakin staff? What is it now? Is it still around fall? Is it still this year? Or is it still summer?
No, January and March 2022.
That was original. That was a fall release.
Really?
All of this year, yes. Yeah, I'll look. Let me see.
I think he's right.
Oh, wow.
That's pushed. I'm looking at my charts right now. I'm talking to you.
Nathan is like, I'll tell you why I'm avoiding a lot of pre-orders. I already have too much pre-ordered.
Yeah.
I mean, by Friday I'll have 14 active and that's it.
I've also been, I know a couple of the other YouTubers are like, yeah, I hit pre-order, day one pre-order. I'm tired of having my money sit in some sort of escrow account for 2 years, collecting an interest in someone else's account for a product that I was expecting to be shipped within a year. So I've really minimized my my day one pre-orders. I think the last day one pre-order I did, because I don't like Sideshow anymore. I hate Sideshow. But I did do a day one pre-order for the Justice League 2-pack set. I did do it for that, yeah. And that was it. Otherwise, I'll stick with Alter Ego, and I'll go with them because they offer the free shipping and no tax. So
now that's the question I wanted to ask you. Actually, ask everybody here because there was comments about that earlier. We never got into it, but they were saying So what do we do now? Do we not support the day one pre-orders or not? You know, I think as for me, for day one
Yeah.
pre-orders, it just depends on. You just got to watch the pre-order market and see how things are progressing with those figures, because you don't want to find yourself with the Mud Trooper situation, you know. And the Mud Trooper was doing so badly with pre-orders, it made sense it was going to sell out before it was going to hit stock, right? And it sold out before it hit stock here on Sideshow. So I say do day one pre-orders on those limited figures versus the ones that we know it's aware, like it's obvious. You got to do your own research as well. You got to know, you got to do your research and what you buy in, because there's a lot of figures out there from Hottoys that they overproduce and they are going to sit for a minute through after they hit stocks.
Yeah.
Or in stock.
Yeah. The pre-ordering on day one is not an exact science. It would be it would make a lot more sense if they were somewhat not honest, but if they were more stricter with the time block. So if you pre-order a day one and Hot Toys says, hey, this figure is going to be released between March and May, March, April, May. So 3 months, 90 days. Cool. I can plan accordingly. I know that this specific figure is going to drop within this 90-day period. The problem that we're still experiencing is that the pre-orders that we've committed to day one are constantly being pushed and pushed and pushed, where if you're not financially in a stable situation, you get shit like this. This was I have 4 packages on there that arrived within a 7-day period. Okay, that drives me bonkers. That drives me completely insane to get X amount of Hot Toys in a amount of time. The child just came in today. Actually, that was meant to have been shipped between March and April. We're approaching June right now. It's May 26th or something like that. So that dropped in Hong Kong in February, and now I'm getting it now. You see what I'm saying? It's really hard, and because most of us have day one pre-ordered, right? Put in your non-refundable deposit. What are you going to do? Are you going to commit to purchasing it, or are you going to delay it? Now, I guess if you go with Sideshow, they'll work with you. They will delay it. Like, oh, Mr. Denobi, we'll delay it. But do you want to delay your arrival? And then what happens? Then you start sandbagging. And I know one person a few years ago that used to just call in Sideshow and just delay the final payment and final shipping. And you're just sandbagging it to the very end. Yeah. Which is why I've been like Chicken Little with Star Wars, because I've never seen anything. The years I've been collecting, I've never seen Star Wars pre-orders, 30 plus, 30, 34, 38. I need to, it keeps changing. That in a 12-month period are supposed to drop to customers. Unless you have money to burn, that's extreme. Meaning a lot of those characters aren't going to be in your collection. Now, I want most of them. I'll be honest with you. I really do want. I do want the Tusken Raider. I do want all those troopers, like the shore troopers. All that stuff. I want that stuff. But I'm playing the game right now. I don't have half of those characters. I don't have them on day one pre-order. What I've been playing is the Hong Kong pre-order. And so Hong Kong pre-order, what does that mean? That means is that when it drops in Hong Kong, then I decide to move forward with whichever retailer I like at the time to pre-order it. That way I now have a realistic expectation as a US-based customer when that figure will arrive. So if Hot Toys wants to sit on their ass for 2 friggin' years, great, that's fine, but I'm not going to give you $55 for the blurg. Would be the 10. What's the 10%? Right? What's the blurg? 555. So that would be
555.
So that would be $55 that you would give Sideshow, right? That would sit in some sort of $55 for a possible 2-year. That could be a 2-year release for all we know. We don't have any commitments. Those dates can change. So $55 is going to sit in someone's account collecting or whatever interest. I could use that $55 for something now. I don't know what my life is going to be in 2 years. Most people discovered, the sudden changes with the country, with the whole pandemic situation. That really derailed a lot of people. That's why we're sitting heavy on the EndGame merch, right? You guys like the EndGame, like Rocket, Black Widow, all these EndGame characters were delayed so many times that if you did pre-order it through Sideshow has a policy that, I'm sorry that you're canceling your pre-order. It has been delayed X amount of times. Sideshow will give you back your non-refundable deposit. Most of us tend to know that, right? You know that, right, Nate?
Mhm.
Yeah, Don, you know that. Yeah.
Yep.
Every time you get that email, there is like a description there that says that you're offered to be, you have the opportunity to cancel on the server because of the delay.
So what happens is that now as just a collect. It really doesn't matter if it's a veteran collector or rookie collector. It doesn't matter. The point is that it frees up that collector to retrieve their money and abandon that pre-order, right? Which now becomes dead stock because they tell them in their heads, "I'm going to go back to that." Nobody ever goes back to once you cancel. It's a small percentage. Small percentage is that if you're going to get your money back, you're most likely not going to go back. It's like, I'll get my $30. That way I can pay for this figure and I'll go back to that. No, most of us tend. It's probably, if I had to guess, it's a small percentage because I canceled. What did I cancel? I got my money back. It was the spider suit with the 3 arms in the back.
The Iron Spider.
The Iron Spider.
Oh no! You talking about the black suit, right?
No, the Sony
PS4
Spiderman, but only has 3 arms in the back.
Yeah, the Iron Spider PS4.
Yeah,
version.
so I ended up getting my money back. I ended up canceling it, and I told myself I'll go back to that because I'm building a Spider-Verse over here. No, I haven't gone back to that one because I'm getting bombarded with this crap that's showing up. So I'm not gonna go back to the Iron Spider when I'm getting bullied with these drops. You see what I'm saying? You see how the shift in inventory is spinning out of control. So that spinning out of control is probably what's going to happen to Star Wars at the end of the year, and it's probably in the first quarter of the year. For each week, keep a second pre-order site checking. Wait, I'm going to tell you right now, Rodrigo, don't waste your money on those Hong Kong Day 1 pre-orders unless you're using it in means to review, to help your channel. If you're doing a professional review, then I can probably see why somebody who's collecting Hot Toys would benefit from a Day 1 pre-order. But Joe Schmoes, who don't have a social media presence or influence, should not be buying a Day 1 pre-order from Hong Kong and going through these online retailers like Toys Wonderland, where they're charging a premium. Trust me, the toys aren't going to go away. They eventually. I'm not in a hurry anymore. I really not. I discovered that. Zach discovered it. We've shared notes. I'm like, to curate a large collection, you got to eliminate the Day 1 pre-orders. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is collecting Hot Toys, and the way I've survived is really a balancing act. So unless you have a vested interest to get a Day 1 pre-order that can benefit you in a way to promote your channel or influence or something, and that way you can get rid of it quickly so before it drops, Joe Schmoes should not be buying Day 1 pre-orders.
But here's another thing about that is that because of that, that temptation, that lure,
yes,
Toys Wonderland has with these day one pre-orders. There's literally people that got tired of Sideshow, with the delays, that they literally canceled their figures just to pay the extra $100 or $200, depending on the premium price, just to get that day one, or not day one, but it's already day one. It's past that day one. And Toys Wonderland already has that figure available for you to get to your house in less than a few days, versus waiting another damn
I get it.
month or two.
I understand. It's all about the emotions and it's all about the love and so forth. But I can promise you right now that if you actually, you know what, this is me, right? I intend to get most of those Star Wars Hot Toys Mandalorian, but I'm not going to bury myself into a hole. I'm going to play the balancing act. And I can tell you right now, overpaying above retail will not help achieve my goal into the collection that I want. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You got to mold it.
Exactly.
But you got to do it. You got to do it in the right time, the right format. It can't be wrong.
Exactly. I mean, I'm. This is my quote. This is going to be my quote. I love Star Wars, but I do not trust Star Wars. Right? Because I've seen the way that the Star Wars IP goes up and down. I know Aries tends to feel a little bit different. If Aries is Xavier, you can see me as Malcolm X, right? We're a little bit opposite because he thinks that Star Wars and Hot Toys this is like the dawn of a new era, and the collectors are going to be there. But I work from home, and if the phones aren't ringing here, I always put you guys in the background. Nate, I tell you that. I always have you guys in the background as I'm working from home. And I listen to you guys because I use the information and your experience to benefit me, believe it or not. I listen to 1/6 Scavenger. I listen to Dante. I listen to you. I listen to all of you guys, and I listen to your hype. And I use that to my benefit. Oh, these cats are doubling down on Ahsoka Tano. That's telling me that Ahsoka Tano is going to sit on the shelves for a long ass time.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are sporting Woodies for Ahsoka. Oh hell! I'm not gonna. Why do I need a day one pre-order? So she's gonna sit there forever. I need to focus my chips on the ones that these guys aren't paying attention to. Right? You guys aren't paying attention to Anakin on the staff. You guys aren't paying attention to
the Dark Trooper.
Yeah, you guys aren't paying attention to these characters, so that's where I need to focus.
Let's see. Where's this Dark Trooper? Right here, right next to the Death Watch Mandalorian.
I watched a segment from who's this cat? 1/6 Economist. He took a dump on the Dark Trooper. That's cool. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? But I'm going to use your opinions and influence. And for me, I was like, oh well. If he's influencing his followers that the Dark Trooper isn't going to sell, that's telling me something different. That's telling me that the Dark Trooper could possibly become a chase figure. I may want two down the road. I don't know. So that's what I look at. The Luke Skywalker on the Snowspeeder, which has been trending at the bottom of the
pre-order list, yes.
The pre-order list. It's going to become a chase figure, but it's going to become a chase figure for the wrong reasons that you might think. It's not because everybody's in love with the Luke Skywalker Snowspeeder. Oh my God, everybody's in love with the Luke. No, it's because nobody pre-ordered him. So a small pre-order batch was delivered. And it's because of that small allotted amount, that's what's going to raise his price up. So I know if Aries is listening, I hope he's if Aries is listening, I know he was ranting about Rey. He loves Rey. I get it. Rey is going to become a chase figure, but it's not going to be because people are in love with Rey. It's going to be because nobody pre-ordered her, and she's going to be scarce in the market. And as the years go by and you have new collectors entering this realm, they're going to want that Rey. You have to look at it. When did The Force Awakens come out in theaters? Wasn't that 2016?
2016, yes.
2016.
December.
So if you were a 15-year-old and you thought The Force Awakens was the cat's meow, and 5 years down the road when you start to develop some of that disposable income, oh, they don't make Rey anymore. I want Rey now. So that's why Hot Toys is re-releasing the whole Dark Knight schlock again, because there is a new generation of collectors that want the Dark. I don't want that. I think it's huge. It's bulky. Everybody has detox. Where are you going to put a tumbler? You're going to have to put it on the floor, unless you have a display case. That tumbler, I think the biggest when I had the camo tumbler, I always struggled on where to put that damn thing because I didn't have the module cases at the time, so I never knew where to display it. It looked awful on top of a detox. I think the shelves at the time I had on the walls weren't wide enough. It always got dusty. It always annoyed me. It was just, and I ended up selling it. So, but
here's the thing, though: you gotta survive, adapt, overcome. You gotta evolve. You gotta evolve your collection. You gotta evolve your displays.
Yeah.
If you want to fit a certain figure. Oh, speaking of Order 66, I forgot to mention this. So
you have a code? We have a special code or what? What's going on?
Execute Order 66. No, 66 people are watching.
Oh,
make sure you drop the likes and subscribe, people. Order 66.
Yep.
Execute.
Yep. And just like I said, some of you guys are asking where I got my kit. I actually got it off Facebook from King Zachary himself.
Nice.
So I don't know if he still has any. So, if you know who he is, or maybe, can send him a message. He's the guy that made these.
Yes, Denobi has been preaching JB Collections. He has been preaching.
There's nobody else watching out for you kids. I have to.
But here's the thing I do want to mention that as I'm doing a lot of these videos on the pre-order list, I am always trying to mention to people that, hey, you guys, you all got all these high pre-orders, okay? They're okay. But you gotta watch out, like you were saying. You gotta watch out the ones that are the bomb feeders, because those won't last long once they hit those stocks, and not many batches were made. So if you're like what happened with the Mud Trooper, because here's the thing: a lot of people were saying that the hype is going to sell out the Rex. The Rex has been up there in the freaking tops for nearly months. It was literally rivaling that of Cody when Cody first came out for pre-orders. So they're not gonna it's not gonna sell out that quickly or before pre-order. So you're fine with that. Now, if you wait too long on the Rex, then I feel sorry for you. But the thing is, like other figures like the Dark Troopers and the Death Watch gang, those are down. So you gotta watch out for those, because those are they're barely getting past the bomb feeders. Like hell, like Ray just passed Dark Trooper.
I'm telling you, the best tip I can give you folks is pay attention to the characters that the streamers are not talking about. And there's a ton of them. And it's those shore troopers. It's the who's that? What's that one character? The Night Watch. The Night Watch.
Dante.
Death Watch.
Yeah, the Night Watch. And what's up, everyone? What's up, Nate? Dante.
Hey, Dante, you're available. I'll send you a link.
Turn into a party now.
You coming in, Dante? Is he coming in? I was about to leave in a few minutes, but if he comes in, I'll hang on and bitch some more.
Yeah, let's see if Dante wants to pop in. His is also work related too. Like it's all over the place to work with him. So
it's not that. People don't understand that we're all on different. Most of us are working from home. Some of us are not. The world's slowly starting to open back up, and I'm on my car ride. He's so funny. And then my days off are different. I've been trying to get this boy Easy. He always sends me the invite. I go, Easy, I work. I've sent that boy my schedule multiple times. But is he hanging out with us on Friday?
I'm not sure. I know a lot of people are hanging out with Dante. Me, Don Prime are going to hang out. I don't know if Easy's going to be there, but I know Easy's streaming with us with Aries either Saturday or Sunday. It's
okay.
Memorial Day. I forgot which day is it.
Okay.
Or Memorial Day weekend or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to set something up with everybody because I'm on vacation next week. So I'll try to coordinate a day. I'm hoping something new drops over the weekend. That way we can have something to stick our fingers in. Maybe Fat Thor. I hope Fat Thor drops. I'll rip him on you. That was such a waste. What a waste. I don't believe. I'm still. Why would Hottoys release Fat?
That seemed like that was third party figure, not Hottoys figure.
Yeah, they shouldn't have cornered the market on that. They really should. Yeah, sometimes I really wish. Sometimes I wish Hottoys was a publicly traded company. That way I can buy into them. That way I can have some voting decisions because some of their decisions just don't make any sense.
Because they're not making some of these decisions. Disney making these decisions for them and telling them because of this contract you have to do this.
You think Disney has that type of influence?
Yeah, absolutely. In the way Disney is, Disney also because Hasbro and Disney, they have a special partnership. So, and it's one of those things that, Disney will actually go after people who break IP of Hasbro in addition to people who break their own IP. Because in China, there was a company. There was Black Mamba, or it's a company that normally upscales or knocks off Transformers. High end ones, the Masterpiece or something like that. Then they try to do the knockoff Mark. Was it the 3 and the 6?
Mm-hmm.
They got raided, and then when that happened, the subsidiary company that was doing all the Transformers knockoffs, they were raided as well. And they actually got full Chinese government approval. And that doesn't happen without Disney pushing some buttons.
How is this guy still getting away with it? Jazz Inc.
He's licensed now. He got a license.
Not for Disney.
Oh, well, I think he's in Sweden, right?
Netherlands, yeah.
Okay. He might be an illegal. He might be able to do something because of a legal loophole, or maybe it's not applicable.
It's a curious situation how you can say you have a license, but yet you're still making other products. Something that makes you go, yeah.
Well, but the thing is, Warner Brothers, again, they just they're owned now by Discovery, so. And then another big thing, Amazon actually just bought MGM Studios today.
Yep.
$8.4
billion.
Did. Yep,
yeah.
It went through.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
The environment is changing. Absolutely. It's I mean, especially with I don't know. I really wish I knew what the relationship was with Disney and Hottoys, because at Comic-Con they always tease a ton of Star Wars characters that never make it into fruition. So it makes you same thing too for Marvel. Spider-Man. I mean, they teased. There's a couple Spider-Man characters that were teased at Comic-Con before the end of the world in 2019. I remember that never came to fruition. But I mean, if you had to guess, it's probably because they're putting all their chips on the Mandalorian and they're trying to cash in on that boat. So. I mean, I don't blame them. It makes sense. That's what people want. The assortments of Grogu's that are constantly coming in, people are buying that stuff. Especially that little assortment of Grogu pack. That right there, even if you're not a Hot Toys collector, that right there, if you know somebody who's a Grogu fan, that's a stocking stuffer, right? You can buy that at an affordable price, and you can make somebody happy who loves Grogu. and for an affordable price, and you bought them. You see what I'm saying? You ever think about? I mean, that's what goes through my head because everybody making fun of that little assortment Grogu pack, and I go, "Are you kidding?" I go in the office. I work with a couple of girls who love Grogu. They don't know anything about Hot Toys. If they were able to get little miniature Grogus to put them on their cubicles, are you kidding? That's brownie points. You know.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? People were asking this question: why did Hot Toys decide to make a quarter scale Mandalorian and Grogu, and then sell them separately? And then, pretty much, that's what it is. Because I know there's collectors out there that are actually skipping the quarter scale Mandalorian and just getting the quarter scale Grogu.
Yeah,
not even collectors. People that I love that little Grogu guy. Yeah, I'll pick him up.
Put them on their desk. Yeah, give it to your boss. You know, wink, wink. You know, and I know my boss. Well, she's no longer. You know, she got promoted, but a Grogu on your desk. You know, a high end quality, not those little cheap pops that everybody's collecting. Like, you see what I'm saying? You got to look at the big picture. You can introduce somebody into a premium collectible toy figure. They don't have to know anything about Hot Toys, but they know that they love Grogu. And you getting something like this to put on their desk, and who got you that? Oh, so and so Denobi got me that. You know. So I mean, that's what goes through my head because everybody was like, "Who's going to buy this crap?" I'm like, "Are you kidding?"
Yeah, I was in Orlando last month.
Yeah,
went to Disney Springs. Everything related to Grogu was sold out. The only two things there were, a woman's shirt, that had, Baby Yoda across the chest, and then a cartoon Mando shirt with, Mando and Grogu in like a cartoon comic book style picture. That was it. They had nothing in the parks either because, again, it was all sold out.
That's what they want. So if you can pump it out quick,
Hey, Denobi.
Yeah.
Had a quick question. Well, actually, Grand Admiral Thrawn had a thought experiment. I want to hear your thoughts about it. How do you think it would affect Hot Toys' business model if the majority of collectors stopped pre-ordering figures and bought their figures when they were in stock instead?
Oh man, it would definitely change the balance of power considerably. It would put the consumers in control and not them in control. So it would actually provide a benefit to the collector, not to them. So it's a business model. Pre-ordering for them serves them the benefit, not the collector. And it doesn't serve us a benefit when we do not know when a product is estimated to arrive. I think that's why I probably prefer. I would lobby towards a Kickstarter campaign or like a HasLab campaign, right? Where like, all right, cool, Hot Toys, you are flexing on this 1/6 scale TIE fighter, right? And you'd like to make it, but you don't know what the commitment is out there for it. Why not start your very own Kickstarter campaign? Listed for $1,100, right? I'm just throwing this number out, and then all the YouTubers are either gonna promote it, yay or not. Use social media to influence your Kickstarter, and then commit to a allotted time, and then a delivery. Because with a Kickstarter campaign, you are more likely to have a set date of arrival. Because you started the campaign here, you're going to end it here, and depending on so forth of what you've collected, then you can provide one update. All right, cool. We've picked up 10,000 pre-orders, and based off of these projections, we are going to deliver this in April 2023. Versus the level of secrecy that we're all going through now, where you don't know. Where a product that was supposed to be delivered a year, the pandemic. Well, I'm tired of the pandemic excuse. The pandemic. Well, 2.5 years, 2 years. I don't have my Steve Rogers yet. My Steve Rogers, I pre-ordered it through Sideshow back in 2019. It was 3 days after it came on the web. I don't have my Steve Rogers. 2 years, 2 freaking years. So And then they wonder, well, nobody cares about EndGame. Well, you were able to deliver the Mandalorian in a year's time, and you kicked.
That was fast.
Yeah,
that was really fast.
You kicked Steve Rogers to the curb. What the f? You know what gives? You don't care about the backers. You see what I'm saying? It's very. They're setting their priorities to what serves them the most benefit, not the collector. It helps them out. Doesn't help me out. I was expecting Steve Rogers last year. You pushed it from what, summer to the Christmas. Great. A delay of 6 months. No big deal. Well, hell, we're going on 2 years now. So.
Well, yeah, that's the thing though. That's true because with Hot Toys now, I think they've been doing this for years. Honestly, not this bad. But you can tell the dominoes were getting to that point because look how many my buddy Maz. You know how many times this man has complained about Hot Toys, complaining about. What happened to the Predators? What happened to the OG line of figures? What happened to the ones he never finished up, like the Terminators, like the aliens, there's figures out there that ended up being in the prototype phase, but never came to fruition. And a lot of these OG lines that are being pushed away, the boomer lines, pretty much getting pushed aside just for the whole hype. What's happening, and I can see why Hot Toys is going for more hype than the boomer lines, because the hype is where the money is right now.
Yeah,
they literally 20,000 pre-orders on just the deluxe Mando alone.
Yeah, just for Sideshow. That doesn't include European orders. Well, let me rephrase that. Any place that's Sideshow is the distributor for, those orders went there. Now, wherever Sideshow isn't a distributor, there were additional Beskar, Mando Deluxes for those other distributors. So, I mean, that 20,000 number is just to Sideshow. There could be double that for the rest of the world.
Oh, a quick thing. John Lover One says in Super Chat, "Hi Nate, can you show the full design of the Dragon Ball Z T-shirt you're wearing now with standing full screen and remove earphone and microphone?" Okay.
This is weird.
Nate, can you show the full design of the?
There you go. Yeah, it's a Walmart T-shirt. Walmart Dragon Ball Z T-shirt I picked up a few years ago.
Oh.
There you go.
I'm reading this comment from Joe P. Hot Toys feels a little overextended at the moment, and I'm thinking a little?
Yeah.
A little. Look what the Nobi has been preaching about what's happening next year. Here's the thing, though. If we're getting all these figures for almost 40 pre-orders coming out for next year, right? Yeah. For next freaking year in the early quarter, right? Do you think that Hot Toys is going to delay like half of them just to meet the other demands of other
I expect
IPs?
Unless they've opened up a new factory, unless they've hired more people, they clearly have a new sculptor that they're keeping under wrap. They've did you notice that? Anybody else notice that they've clearly found a sculptor probably in behind a building in the Shanghai ghettos or something, because the sculptor apparently is a genius who sculpted the head sculpt for the Mark V, the Mark V with the new head sculpt.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. If you look at the description, the artist sculptor is there's no name, there's nothing. And maybe they're keeping this person under lock and key because that sculpt on Robert Downey Jr. is probably one of the best head sculpts I have ever seen. That one right there. Yeah.
That is so true. That is so true, man.
And I was like, well, who is this cat? Who created this masterpiece? And there's no name. And then I went to the website, to the Hong Kong website for Hot Toys, and they're not disclosing on who sculpted this head. So I thought that was really odd. It's like, oh, maybe there's new management. Maybe they're
or watch. You'll be like, oh yeah, Howard Chan himself sculpted this.
No, he's more Howard Chan. Howard Chan.
No, I know that was a joke.
Yeah, but the problem, yeah, he's so eccentric. It reminds me of McFarlane, Todd McFarlane in the early 2000s, who just made stuff that he liked and didn't care what anybody else thought. That's how Howard Chan comes off. But yeah, look at this head sculpt. I mean, that's incredible.
Okay, I had it. Damn it!
Yeah.
Too close. I want to get closer. Okay.
Yeah, that's mind blowing right there. That's mind blowing. That is Robert Downey Jr. from 2010's Iron Man 2. That's pretty spot on right there. That's incredible right there. So
yep.
And they're gonna have to. I mean, I'm guessing because Iron Man is the backbone, the foundation. I mean, Iron Man helped build.
I wonder. Did they and did hot after what happened with with the backlash of the Mark 85 head sculpt? I wonder if Hottoys was just going crazy and trying to find the next best head sculptor, like American Idol.
Found him or her. It could be her. We don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's what's her name, Kim. I don't think it's Kim. That doesn't. Can't think of her name. She's the one that sculpted like the Ghostbusters heads and in the comments, anybody, what's her name? Kim.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of her name. She's the one that sculpted Ghostbusters. She is a freelance sculptor. She gets hired from multiple different companies, and she'll come in and she'll provide a sculpt. But yeah, that doesn't look like her work. That does not look like her work.
What's up, Connor?
It's too hard. It's not a soft.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm happy with her sculpts on the Ghostbusters, but that doesn't, unless she fell down a cliff and bonked her head and she got smarter or more creative. That doesn't. K.A. Kim, thank you. There you go. K.A. Kim.
Rob Swallow, what's up?
Yeah, I knew somebody in the comments knew who I was talking about. I always think of her and how she got screwed by that one company. You remember that one company that screwed her out of thousands of dollars?
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was the one that made the John Lennon head, the figure. Remember the John Lennon?
Oh yeah. That $300 one.
$300 John Lennon, and then when the product was delivered, it didn't look like anything like that.
Wow, no name. Is that the? I wonder because I've been hearing stories that the sculptors from Hottoys are getting bought to go to other companies.
Yes,
and I wonder, is that the reason why they're hiding the name?
It could be confidentiality agreement. It could be a contract clause, like, look, we're going to hire you, but we have you for X amount. We don't know. We don't know how the laws work out there. I mean, it's a privately held company. That's what drives me crazy, because I love looking into a company's history. I invest in Hasbro, and I get their quarterly earnings and so forth. So I know that Hasbro had their best friggin' year last year during a pandemic, which was mind-blowing. 16% growth. Like, people were at home just buying action figures. I mean, and toys. It was just blew me away.
Yeah, like, again, I'm the same thing. I'm an investor with Hasbro. I get the quarter. It just like some of the numbers. It's like, this sale is seeing like 80. This sector is seeing 80% growth. This sector is seeing 40% growth. Like in the middle of a pandemic and supply issues.
Yeah, everything. And it wasn't just like Star Wars. It was like everything. It's like people were bored and they were going to Target and just buying anything. Just
like board games saw like a triple-digit increase.
Yeah.
Not even. Look what is happening with the trading card market.
Yeah.
Pokemon got hit. Magic got hit. Now Yu-Gi-Oh is getting hit because a lot of people that missed the Pokemon and Magic train are moving over to Yu-Gi-Oh to try and catch up. Play the catch up.
Guess what? Funko just announced they're doing cards now.
No.
Today. Yes. Wow. Yes. Funko is doing. You can Google it.
God.
Funko is going to be doing trading cards.
Yeah.
Are we going to get Hot Toy trading cards?
And I in the live stream I had with Zach a little while ago, he agreed with me the same way that if Hot Toys ever went public, he would buy in enough into it so that he can have a vote in. And I go, look, I don't know if I have that type of liquidity like you do, but I would want to buy into Hottoys stock so that way I can get their information, because I want to know who's making these decisions, who's in the board, who, where is the money being, why is it taking 2 years for this? Why is doing this and so forth. So Hot Toys trading cards will be shipper boxes. There you go.
Oh, well, okay. So the Funko trading cards, it's being done by Pheonix.
Wow.
It's like for baseball cards, it's Topps and like Pheonix or whatever. But yeah, Funko's releasing their own trading cards. So
wow.
Yep.
Wow, look at everybody. Combat Evolve, welcome Combat Evolve. I would buy it. I've had Funko made some money and got a few days ago. So yeah, people are saying that they agree with you. If it goes public, they're gonna put money into Hot Toys just to see, like, hey, what is your decision? Who greenlighted Zombie Deadpool? Who was this bastard? We need to talk to him.
I don't know.
Why did it take almost 2.5 years for Gamora? She's painted green and some leather. That's it. It's not like the Hulkbuster where you literally have to engineer. It's almost like two different figures to be compatible.
Doc is on it too. Look, I am with Adobe on that. I want to know why the 2-year production seems okay to them.
Yeah. I had Gamora pre-ordered through Sideshow. It took so long to get that figure shipped from Sideshow that when it arrived here, I didn't unbox her. I threw her in a corner. I'm like, eh. And then like 1 or 2 weeks later, I happened to go on eBay, and I saw she was trending $400. And for me, the whole magic and the whole emotional connection with Gamora was gone. I'm like, oh, cool. I had just got a Grail delivered. I sold it. I didn't care. To me, it was so long. The whole hype train with EndGame. I was never really that big into the Guardians of the Galaxy. And to me, it was an emotional buy at the time for EndGame, because EndGame, I was a mess. I was in denial about Tony dying. That hit me like a little kid,
Oh yeah,
and,
all of us.
Yep.
It really did.
It hit all of us, man.
Yeah, and I was, that I think that following night I was on Sideshow, just like, just messed up, like hitting, pre-order my because I knew that was the end of the MCU. It was a good 10-year run, and I knew things were coming. Like I knew what was happening, and look what happened. I mean, which I think it's one of their biggest mistakes. They should have never, ended it the way they did. But that train has left, and now we're at the age of the Mandalorian and Star Wars.
Well, the thing is, that's the reason why they had to kill off Tony, because they could have justified paying Robert Downey Jr. more money at that point.
Stupid. It was stupid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for both movies with back end points, he made something like $250 million.
Why didn't they just pay him with back end points? Pay him $1 and back end points. He still would have been.
Like most of it, a lot, like something like 70% of the money is from points.
Yeah. Do you guys know that Alec Guinness, the original Obi-Wan actor from Star Wars, he was the only actor. So George Lucas was running out of money to make Star Wars: A New Hope, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he went to everybody. He even went to James Earl Jones and, hey, look, I'm running out of money. Can I pay you a smaller salary and I'll give you points? And James Earl Jones said no. Alec Guinness took a smaller salary and took the points. And to this day, his estate is still profiting from Star Wars.
Yep.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's not even it. That's not even it, too. There's a bet that's still ongoing between George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. And it goes back to...
Yeah, that's still going on.
Yeah, and it basically goes back to, I forget the exact details, but eventually, like, George Lucas pays Steven Spielberg like 0.1% of all profits from A New Hope every year. And that bet has given Steven Spielberg something like to this point, like $88 million.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And there's this. Yeah. Spielberg. Yep. For the points.
Yeah. Spielberg got the points too. Yeah. Yeah.
But that was a bet. That was a bet.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Look at that. 2.2. Look at that. Someone. Yeah. He was the one. Yeah. And his estate is still profiting to this day. So it's not something that Disney can. No, that's it. As long as you keep releasing it on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, estate,
you know what?
Yeah,
Robert Downey Jr. Disney could have done something like that.
Yeah. I don't understand, but maybe that's what a lot of them don't. They get bent out of shape. We don't want to keep paying you perpetuity royalty for life, because a lot of those, that's what that is. You know, if the movie keeps getting re-released on any new formats. That's the whole idea. But yeah, that's Disney being greedy. You could have paid him $1 and just paid him back in points. But you know, they didn't know this at the time. A lot of them didn't know. Disney didn't know that the pandemic is. I mean, they're in the hole.
They are.
Disney's really in the hole.
Yeah, I mean, according to the most recent reports, again, if you watch Doomcock and believe what he says, Disney is still $30 million in the hole from buying Star Wars. They still have to recoup another $30 million to break even, and then Star Wars is profitable under Kennedy 10 years after they bought it.
It's going to be a while for Disney to, like I said, nobody was going to the theme parks during the pandemic.
I'm wondering if, because of all this hype, with all the figures with Hottoys and Mandalorian, and they're pushing all this out, all these pre-orders out. I wonder if Disney has a hand on that as well, to just keep that flowing in, like keep that momentum, so keep the sales going.
I mean, every Star Wars Hot Toys box has a Disney logo on it now, and it has for the past 3-4 years. Yeah. So
I know
that kind of tells you.
Yeah, I know that there's merch agreements for specific toy companies to make exclusive merchandise for their on-site locations, like Disney Shanghai will probably have a Disney Shanghai Hot Toys Ray logo on it, and some collectors they like that stuff. As an example, I know that's very common. I know Hasbro does it. I know Hasbro does it under a different name. A lot of the merch that you can purchase at Disneyland and at the Magic Kingdom is made by Hasbro, but it doesn't have the Hasbro name. It's kind of like Sony will make generic TVs, but it won't have the Sony name on it. They make it as a more affordable product. Same thing for those toy companies, exactly what they do. But I think with Hot Toys, I think they still keep the name. I know Hasbro doesn't. I know like the merchandise for Star Wars Land. What's that silly name? Star Wars Forever. What was the name of this? I was there.
The launch bay?
No. What is the name of Star Wars Land? What's the Galaxy's
Edge.
Galaxy's
Edge. Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, yes. Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, where they have to make exclusive merchandise that's only sold exclusively at Galaxy's Edge. Yeah. Do me a favor. If any of you collect vinyl records like I do, avoid this one. You see this right here? Avoid this one, please. All right. Avoid it. Because when I'm working here, or I'm a project, or I'm cleaning the room or something, I'll usually have a soundtrack in the background playing on vinyl. Love vinyl. But that specific vinyl right there cost me $30 for 2 songs. Pissed the hell out of me. Yeah.
2 freaking songs. Wow.
2 songs. Yeah. Yeah. $30. Freaking Disney. Look at this right there. It even tells you. I didn't know. I thought it was like a whole soundtrack, like an hour's worth of music. Look at this crap right there. 2 songs. 1 song on each side. 3 minutes. What a scam. Freaking Disney. That's why people hate. That's why Disney pisses me off sometimes.
There is talks that Disney's looking to change Galaxy Edge into Mos Eisley and turn it into a Mandalorian area.
They would love to do all of that. They just don't have any money right now. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they have the whole drama with KK on the board, and then Filoni is creative. There's just a big shakeup over there right now. It's all about saving face, right? You don't want to air out your dirty laundry out to the public because the shareholders get spooked. Majority of them have gotten spooked already, and I'm sure they want to do all these changes, but they need capital. People, and that's one of the things too. That one rumor that came out a few days ago about that Disney wants to buy Warner Brothers or Disney. I knew that was clickbait crap. I go, Disney's in the hole. Did any of you ever follow that? Yeah, I knew that was crap. I called that out. I go, this is bull. Disney's in the hole. They can't afford to buy DC Comics. I knew that was crap.
I mean, there's talks of selling additional old assets that Fox used to have or be control over. So, they're in panic mode. Yeah, they're. I mean, at one point, when just in California, I think with the parks closing, they were losing something like $4 to $5 million a day. Because again, that was just ticket sales and food. Yeah, that's not including the hotels, which is again different in Disneyland versus Disney World because they don't own the hotels at Disneyland.
Mm-mm. No. And then their Fox deal was finalized on February. Was it February 2020? On the eve of the end of the world. So
no, I was actually at Disney when that happened because the Super Bowl was played in Miami, and I was at Magic Kingdom when the Chiefs had their Super Bowl parade, and when that was happening, like I was at not Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and it's like, oh, deal broke, it's done. So
yeah. Now here's the thing, Denobi. The one question I'm always getting, either in the streams or comments in the videos, the one question I'm always getting: what if Hottoys decides to try and move their production elsewhere, or build their productions elsewhere from Hong Kong, maybe in the U.S.? Will that help to push more sales or push to get these figures out faster if they decide to move production to the U.S.? That's like one of the biggest questions I'm getting. And will it save money for the consumer if they do that?
Well, you remember, Hot Toys doesn't cater to the American consumer. Remember, they cater to the world. You have peeps in Australia, London, all over around the world. So it's become a worldwide product. Mainly they took off because of the social influence on social media, Facebook, YouTube. So if they were to establish in the U.S., if anything, would probably increase the price of the product. Mm-hmm. Their relationship with the Chinese labor market is I would assume it's fragile, right? I would assume it's very fragile. There's a lot of politics involved. There's a lot of handshakes and things like that happen that most American companies don't want to know or pretend like they don't want to know. Apple, having Chinese kids laborers making their watches. Like, we all want the Apple products, but we really don't want to know how it's made, right? We live, Americans like us, we are spoiled. We live in a world of denial. We don't really want to know how this stuff is made, right? If you found out that your Winter Soldier there was made by a 8-year-old kid for $2 a week, boy, that would suck, wouldn't it? Right? That would pretty much suck. But it's no big secret. Like I said, their labor prices are going up because they want to own cars. They want to own things now. They want some of that independence, and that little bit of that small amount of democracy is not cheap. It's going to raise prices. So I think they're fine where they are. Hong Kong is a God, I hope they still are a democratic. They're very
Well,
We'll see. We'll see in a few years, but
Yeah.
Okay, so but here's the thing: based off the British, when the British handed over Hong Kong in '97,
96.
they essentially signed a treaty that guaranteed 50 years of full autonomy before China would even,
True.
step in. But right now, they basically said that doesn't exist. So I mean, because a lot of people don't think that Hong Kong is China. It's not. They're technically two. Like you land in Hong Kong, you want to go to mainland China, you need a visa, you need special permission. Again, that's why there's China Post and then there's Hong Kong Post, two separate. It's like Macau. It's basically they're given autonomy and they're left alone.
Yeah.
But once they start going against what the heads in China want, then they're going to call back in.
Yeah.
And again, the prices we're seeing now for Hong Kong, if they get absorbed back into mainland China, they're going to rise 10 to 30% right off the bat because the Communist Party wants their cut.
Yeah. Nate, I have to leave. But do me a favor, though. This topic of HK, switch it up. I don't want you to get flagged.
No, that's all good.
YouTube, YouTube, when you start to dabble, and that's why I'm always trying to be careful when you talk about stuff like this. So don't go too heavy into it. I have to log off. I have to get dinner ready. But change the subject. Get off of this.
I will.
Because the YouTube algorithms will come after you. I gotta go, guys. See you
later.
Okay.
That was good.
Yep.
That was a good combo. But anyway, guys, have you guys seen that? The Space Wizard. Have you guys seen that freaking Space Wizard?
Squidward.
Earth's
close, Squidward.
Like, oh crap! Where did I have it? I think I lost it here. There you go. Wow. This is freaking me. Like, have you guys I've never heard of this company before, or who's making this? Have they?
I've never heard of this company. Infamous.
Yeah, it's called Infamous.
Wow. I don't know. Never seen it, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, they just released this a few days ago. For the pre-order anyway. I'm surprised that actually someone. Now there was talks because Hottoys was never going to make the I forgot the name of the group that Thanos
the Black Order
leads. The Black Order, yes, the Black Order. Like Hottoys was never going to make the Black Order, right? Did they ever do any prototypes either? No, they never, right? They never did any prototypes for the Black Order.
I think they. I'm actually not sure. I can't remember.
Oh wait, no, they did a few characters from the Black Order, right? Just a few.
But for promos.
For promos,
for like
right?
Comic-Con. I can't.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I honestly don't mind this figure. I don't mind other companies making some of the bad guys, because that's the thing with Hottoys is that we don't have a lot of villains, and I really want more villains. And this is one way for us to dabble in villains through third-party releases. And this is the first time I've seen this. The way they're doing this for the MCU like this is pretty cool. The other MCU villain that I really wanted was the Vulture, and that's getting made by Jazz Inc.
Yeah. Okay, so they made an Ebony Maw for prototype.
They did make an Ebony Maw?
Yeah, for prototype.
Really? Wow. Okay, so
I'm sorry. It wasn't Ebony Maw. It was
Chorus Glaive?
Yeah, it was Glaive.
Glaive, yeah.
My bad.
Hottoys made a promo of the Outrider. They did make it. They did make an Outrider. They made like two of them, right? They made the small one and they made the one with the forearms.
Well, they did the two Outriders that come with War Machine and in a promo cap from Infinity War. One was normal color, the other was red, like it was singed. And then the other figure was the full, 2-leg forearm figure.
Yeah,
that was like 16, 17 inches tall. It was huge. Yeah,
there was one they made with the forearms. That was pretty cool. I'm actually pretty excited for this, and I don't know, I might pick this up just to match it up with Doctor Strange. Because him and Doctor
The
Strange
scene.
had a good
Yep.
fight going.
Yep. Make a display base with the rebarb, and do you do that kind of like put a dynamic pole into something and you attach Strange to it, like and display it like he's causing him to go to the ship.
Yeah. No,
Cool.
I like it. I like it. It's a definite buy for me once I make some space. Because the thing is, my order list is pretty much taken over by Hottoys and 3.0 right now. Andre, so yeah, take it easy, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we are going to be ending in about 15 minutes. So just trying to catch up on some comments and what I wanted to talk about, because we went on a freaking bowl with Denobi.
Yeah,
Just
that was
talking
cool.
talking about the politics of Hot Toys and stuff. But here's the thing, though. Like I know we talked about it with Denobi for a minute, but the whole idea that I don't think we are going to get the whole rack of figures from the Star Wars pre-orders for next year.
I'm thinking some of them might be 2024, to be honest.
Because look what we have. Like we already talked about it, but there are figures already coming out in the same time as a lot of the Star Wars figures are supposedly coming out for first quarter of 2022. And I'm here like there's other figures from other IPs coming out as well. So something's going to give up. Something's going to give out here. Someone's going to get delayed, and somebody's going to get pushed in. Kind of like what happened with Rex. Rex was supposed to come out between now and June. That's not going to happen now because I'm guessing they're pushing other figures that needed to be released. The Pennywise, the what was the other one? Thor, and battle damage. EndGame Thanos, battle damage Mark 85.
Yep.
I don't think the Mark 85 was pushed back though. I think it's still was it delayed?
I don't know. I don't have it pre-ordered, so I mean it's almost like they should have just when they did the first version, just run the production for this and then hand it off to the paint. You could have almost simultaneously released both of these figures at the same time.
Yeah, they have done it before. They have released multiple figures at the same time before. They've done it with pre-orders. They have done it with actual releases. This is supposed to be coming out July. See that? July 2021 and September 2021. This could be coming out by next month, really.
Watch it be released Monday.
Monday? Oh my God, that early? Nah, it can't be that early. It has to be either. I would love it.
Well, you got to remember the release dates they're shown on Sideshow aren't the Hong Kong release dates. They're the anticipated time frame they'll receive them from Hong Kong. So again, those dates you're seeing, those are projected when Sideshow gets them in, not when they're released by Hot Toys.
Okay, Big Dog Pound 1 is asking, what website would you suggest to get this infamous 1/6 Space Wizard? Comiconcept.
Yep.
They have that up for pre-order. 1/6 Outfitters. I think has it as well. Let me see.
Yeah, they're out of Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, give me a second. I want to make sure it is. Yeah, they are out of Brooklyn or Canada.
No, they're out of Brooklyn. I've ordered from them. Super.
Oh, they are off of Brooklyn. That 1/6 Outfitters has this for pre-order as well. So
they're
1/6.
People.
Yeah, they're good people. 1/6 Outfitters or Comiconcepts. Comiconcepts. Jordan's going to take care of you. He does a great job with his pre-orders as well. I think he also got a payment plan going. I think it's working. He's changing things up.
And they also do rewards points too. So you buy something from there, you're going to get the same. You'll get better rewards. And you'll spend less both in the product price and the shipping price from Comiconcept. So. Yeah,
and they also they double box, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep.
It's been. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, because I got my Yoda through him, and it was double boxed.
Okay, give me a second. I'm just writing out the names. Outfit, and my head is hitting that. Okay, one concept, 1-6 outfitters. Okay, cool. But anyway, guys, yes. As far as like delays are concerned, I know Ray's got delayed because of what's happening with shipping and all that. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute for Ray. And as for Rex, I honestly think it's either one, Hot Toys got overwhelmed, or two, well, actually three, two things. Two, they have other figures they have to put out that already got delayed, and they should have been out by now. Pennywise, Thor,
Mhm.
so many others, right? Or Hot Toys saw the writing on the wall with with what happened with Cody, and they were like, yeah, let's extend the pre-order lines going for Rex so we can rank him more money with that figure because it's doing pretty. The pre-orders for Rex are doing pretty well, pre-order wise.
Yeah, but his Bad Batch appearance, which again, it's not spoiler, it was in the trailers.
Yeah,
It's in the commercials. Now, single songwriter, I don't know if we'll see him in different armor because again, the trailer we've seen him in, he's in the same exact arc uniform. The full getup. Now, is it possible we see him maybe something to homage, Rebels or something like that? Possible, but I don't see Rex getting a new uniform or a new gear for Bad Batch. Not now.
Yeah.
Not this early.
yeah, yeah. A lot of us were speculating that it was going to come out, with the Bad Batch episode. But I had a feeling. I had a feeling that it was not going to happen. I was like, yeah. Had a feeling because we kept getting closer to the release date and no word about it coming out. Now there was rumors, but then again, like look at all the lists of figures that have been delayed already before Rex, and they should have been out by now. And it's unfortunate, but we just gotta wait a little bit longer.
Yep. I mean, now the funny thing is, with all this is going on, watch them like the Grogu set. I would not be surprised if that gets released early. Again, because like for the same reason that Denobi was saying, it's one of those. It's literally a hot toy for anybody because of the way they designed it. The fact it comes with 3 different Grogu's plus Bloth Cat and the Frog. That is one of those things that's going to be pure bank for them. I honestly believe that they're going to make the bank in volume, not just keep pumping them out.
Oh, I know we didn't have a chance to talk about this one. It was a super chat from Rodrigo. He says that so Funko cars just like the regular figs, since nobody take the figs out of the box. At least it's occupy less space. Well, that's the reason I want to brought that back up was because I was collecting Funkos. I have almost. I keep forgetting how many Funkos I have, but I have. Let me see. I have almost 800 Funko Pops, and my total value is almost 23,000 in resale on it. Did I spend $23,000 on Funko Pops? No, it's just the resale value is $23,000.
That's the market worth.
That's the market worth. So I left the Funko game because one, I was running out of space because I was creating walls upon walls of Funko Pops. And then two, I realized that I was literally about to spend about one Funko Pop, one hot toy. I was literally going to spend one Funko Pop for one hot toy price. And I was like, nah, if I'm going to start spending that kind of money, I'm going straight to Hot Toys. Like that was like the kicker for me. The final string of the camel's back, that what got me like, nah, man, I'm getting the thing is, I was at that point I was battling the bots and scalpers buying up all the Funko Pops. And that's the reason why I went to eBay. I'm like, look at the prices. I'm like, this is getting so annoying.
Yeah.
So that's why I left. Shoot.
Ugh.
Rodrigo's like, how many out of the boxes, Nate? For Funko Pops, maybe like 10. Everybody else is in freaking boxes. Okay. How about you? How about you, Don? Like,
I have no Funko Pops.
not Funko Pops, but you were Black Series and Transformers, or you were just Transformers?
I was a little bit of Black Series, but not that much. But it was mainly Transformers. So in the Masterpiece line,
And
you
the
know, high-end
Masterpiece line?
stuff. Well, yeah, the high end ones, like as you can see, like right there, not really well. You know, and like that's the Masterpiece Omega Supreme right back there, the tall one. Yeah, he actually dwarfs the Hulkbuster because he
Now,
also
do you-
transforms into a Saturn V, like the rocket and the base. So,
But do you? But do you still collect Transformers?
once in a while, depends on what the figure is. At this point, I try to just collect the first 2 seasons and some of the movie figures. Again, it's one of those weird things because because in the U.S. and Japan, first 2 seasons are exactly the same. Then 1986, Transformers the movie comes out in the U.S. That same movie didn't come out in Japan until 1989. So, one of those weird things.
Now, I guess to end things up, the one thing I really let me see. Oh, 80. Okay, let me see what the comments here. I have Star Killer. I have 3 Funko Pops. All were given to me, and I'll give them to my niece or something. Don't even want them. 808 Michigan. If you guys want to know what hobby community is taking a major hit, it's the W2 figure community. It's basically the life support system at this point. Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a huge person. It was. You ever hear of Patches of Pride? They were
No.
They were a company that actually would do 1/6 scale. They'd make any type of military patch. World War I all the way through today, all current ones. They would actually make like the name tapes in 1/6 scale. Any name that you can put on your uniform, and they did everything. And the guy just retired, and they were huge. In that niche, the World War II guys specifically. And also big with G.I. Joe. But yeah, so I know what he's talking about with like the World War II community.
Really? Wow. That's another thing. A lot of people been asking me too about that. Like, you ever think Hot Toys is ever going to do World War II figures again or military figures? Again, and I'm here like
I'm gonna be honest with you on that end, probably not, because that is potentially too political. Without getting, it's just, do they, again, they're based in one location, and then are they going to make figures, of other locations that might not necessarily be agreeing with that host country? You know what I mean? It's just,
yeah.
Too many.
Right,
it's a can of worms.
Later, big dog.
Hey, see you.
But yeah, the one thing I do want to say though, okay, I know a lot. I know we did mention it that Hot Toys is pretty much overwhelming us with products, and I know Denobi was preaching about that as well. They are overwhelming us. They are. But at the end of the day, it's your decision how are you going to confront that. So a lot of people, if they have the disposable income, they're gonna continue pre-ordering and then making bank and continue buying more figures. For most of us who don't have they do have disposable income but are limited to how many we can get or at a time, you just gotta plan out what you can get and then see which figures. Like, for example, what happened with the Mud Tripper. If you like, the signs were there for the Mud Tripper. I saw it. Everybody saw it, but we didn't act upon it in time to make that pre-order happen. Pre-orders do help, Hot Toys out to see what's the market look like for certain figures, and then they cut down on production of what they're making, right, for their batches. It does help them out, but then as us for consumers that do want the much cheaper, we can't pre-order it just yet because we want to see the final production photos. Sometimes you do have to take that risk to pre-order certain figures because you got to look at the market. You got to look at what's happening with the pre-orders lines because some of these pre-orders may not even make it past the final production photos because the pre-orders were that low. And then there's these figures, the bottom feeders, like some of them might sit around for a minute, but like what happened to Mud Trooper, he didn't sit around. He literally sold out right after it pretty much came out in HD.
Yeah, I mean, and I honestly think Death Watch Mando, he's gonna become one of those not as up there quite as high as Heavy Infantry Mando, but he'll get up there because he's gonna be somebody that, again, you can army build that Death Watch Mando because they come with different armor parts. So you get two figures, you can change up the armor so you don't have the exact same figures in display. And think they're going to become a vital part either through flashbacks or, direct up-to-date stuff in season 3, when they try to take Mandalore back.
Mm-hmm. And another thing is, guys, Starkler did make a good comment here. Some of you have to roll the dice or miss out. For me, like, okay, I just started to. This is my second year collecting Hot Toys, right? I don't have every Hot Toy, right, that's come out so far. There's some that I said no to. The Hellboy, I said no to the Hellboy. I said no to Alita. I said no to several others that I didn't want. There are some figures that, like, I have to say no. I said no to Wasp. But I am getting Ant-Man. It's unless you got the cash flow to get every figure, good on you. But then you gotta make the sacrifices to continue. Then down the line, you might be able to go back and pick up certain figures, like my second year collecting Hot Toys. I was able to pick up a lot of these Grail figures that are selling for $500, $600, $700. I picked them up for retail because I was hunting. I was putting the effort. I was hunting. I was going through Facebook. I was going through eBay. I catch these deals and I buy them. I'm like, oh, look at that. Jack Sparrow for $300. A DX. What's the DX with the spinning wheel?
13, 14?
13, 14. I think it's 15, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the 15. Yeah, that thing I got for $300.
And it has the shark display base and all that.
No, not the shark display base. That's the one that came after. That's the updated version.
Okay.
I got the fifth. I got the one with the ship wheel. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just one of those things you just gotta have to wait and see. So.
But let me see. Then Michigan is like, yeah, but they are not pumping out like they are done 10 years ago. Well, the thing is, I think it's because they are getting overwhelmed. But also they gain more IPs in, and I think as a company they have to see that they have to continue building production, but that's the thing. I think they're limited to kind of like what Tony Stark's dad said. Tony Stark's dad said in Iron Man 2, he's limited to the technology that he has in his time. I think Hot Toys is not that they're limited to technology. I think they're limited to space and factories
and personnel
to what they can pull off. And I think honestly, Hot Toys bit pretty much too much of what they can chew at this point.
Yep, I totally agree.
But the thing is, as for me, I'm a patient collector. Like I don't need. I know there's a lot of collectors out there that are dropping, $200, $300, $400, even, all this money out there at a time, and they expect to have these figures right away. I understand that, it's Hot Toys. You're paying all this much. You want these figures to come in at their release dates, and you get mad over the delays. As for me, I'm just a patient collector. I just whenever it's released, I'm able to pick it up.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, Hot Toys has to see that these delays are hurting most of your consumers, because most of your consumers are not as patient as some of us are. And that's the thing. Constantly I'm seeing all these comments about delays, right? Come on, Hot Toys. What is up with this another delays? What's up? Constantly seeing that. And then some of us that are, just patient with it, like, take as long as you can, because I got other figures to work on, or I got other collections to work on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the middle for some of the figures. I have IG-11. He's been paid off for months. Rex, he's been paid off for months. But like now, Grievous, I paid Grievous off already because I got my lightsabers in for him. He might actually be shipping in a couple of weeks. So again, they have my money, and everything like Denobi was saying is true. But at the same time, at the time I made the payments, there wasn't any indication, because this is totally abnormal. If this was a normal time, everyone would already had those figures 60 days ago.
Michigan is like, it might hurt their sales with so many delays. I believe in the future, yes, because Hot Toys, if they continue to kind of like what happened with, I know there's people out here. I know there's a lot of friends, a lot of my friends, family, and also, a lot of subscribers here that do enjoy the sequel trilogy. But the sequel trilogy, if you look at the facts, look at the numbers, it did hurt the brand by the collector standpoint. A lot of collectors did not buy any of the sequel trilogy merch. Any of it. All right? And it's mostly because Disney disrespected most of the fan base. Especially the fan base that puts out the money for your figures. Throws you the money. I think that's one of the reasons why not only the sequel trilogy would have been okay if Disney did not continue to harass the fan base that was literally giving you money. Okay,
exactly. Yep.
And I think Hot Toys, because the way they do their consumer they do their release practices and not participate in consumer talks and stuff like that. I think that's hurting their brand because they're not participating with their consumers.
Exactly, and that is not strictly limited to Hot Toys. As was done, was on. I'm a Hasbro stockholder too myself. For legitimately, there was a period from like 2016 to mid 2019 where, some people are going to find this very hard to believe, Transformers at one point was outselling Star Wars 2-1 at almost points 3-1 in certain demographics and locations. Transformers, it's a niche thing. It's one of those things, you either grew up with it or, you've been exposed to it, where Star Wars is, this global brand, this global IP with far stretching cultural impact. Disney comes in, and then again, the toys not even are selling from Hasbro, never mind Hot Toys. So, and a lot of the toys Hasbro was dictated by Disney to make, like Rose Tico, because of their partnership brand contract.
But either way, like I said, I'm a patient collector. Whatever comes out, comes out. But I do feel that Hot Toys needs to realize that with these delays, you are also hurting your brand with most of your consumers who want these figures on time and less delays. Because that's the constant thing I'm seeing with a lot of collectors. in the comments. They're always saying, what is up with these delays, Hot Toys? What's happening? Where's the cyborg? Where's Shazam? You know, those are most of the comments. Those are most of the comments.
Most of the people need to actually realize Shazam ain't happening. Cyborg at this point, I give it about a 5% chance. Hot Toys is a business. Their job is to make money, not make you happy. If they can make you happy while they're taking your money, that only, that helps them, but they're not, the chocolate factory. They're not going to take requests. They don't, do wishes. And, as nobody also said, their goal is not American audiences. It's more Eastern audiences because of their location.
And then also, I wonder if that's also a factor that plays in as to why Hot Toys is delaying figures the way they are. Maybe because their true market, doesn't care about the delays. A lot of the delays a lot of comments we've seen are over on our side where it comes to these delays, right?
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if the reason why they are so accustomed to these delays is because of where they're set up, where their main market is, and they don't care. But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. I have a friend that lives there. And they tell me that they're okay with delay. Personally, them are okay with delays because they're working on other stuff.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that, there's going to be some apprehensive. You're going to be mad, sad, ticked off that your product that you paid good money for is delayed. But again, it's one of those things, this isn't Sideshow, in some evil plot to take over the world, and obtain more business. The shipping is screwed up. And as other people have said, resin right now is in a major shortage. You need resin to make plastic. You need resin to make armor for your clones. Yeah. So again, then you have, the whole issue from the Evergreen boat in the Suez Canal. The domino effect is still playing out from that because that was one of the 15 largest ships in the shipping container vessels in the world. And it just created a cascade effect, which is not going to be resolved for probably 18 to 24 months.
Raising that boat, bro. Raising that boat.
Yeah, I mean, that's the unfortunate situation that was caused by that boat getting stuck.
Ah, damn. A lot of things are happening, man. A lot of things. And then I think a lot of people. Then also, I was getting the one thing I've been getting asked. What about Hot Toys? Can they just stop announcing new figures and just work on the pre-orders? But then again, if you do that,
then they lose the infusion of cash from pre-orders.
Yeah, and then a lot of people are going to be complaining. Where's the new releases? Where are the new announcements? Why we're still seeing prototypes from 4 years ago?
Yeah, it's almost to the point. Hot Toys might need to change their business strategy to adapt and evolve post Rona. Because it's not the same as it was 18 months ago, never mind a year ago. So business has changed. Everything has changed. They might have to as well. And, this might have been their plan, sometime in, late 2019, early 2020, we're going to do this. We're going to release this many figures and we're going to go hardcore 2021. They might actually be required to do this. Who knows? They might have had to take a loan out or secure some type of financial backing. So they might be obligated now to produce every figure they can, to show that they're making every attempt to pay back that loan. Again, I'm just speculating, but those are real world, situations that may be occurring. And that's why we're seeing them put out so many figures is because they have to.
Nope. You're right. There's a lot of factors involved. Wait a minute. When Don talks about all these comments are popping up. When Don talks about the boat, Nate starts stroking his beard like, oh, yeah, talk about that boat, baby. The high ground.
From a certain point of view, we're all screwed.
We're all screwed. Another happy landing. Okay, last question over here before we end it. Are most of the delays only with figures that come with a head sculpt? I'm still waiting for the upgraded Spiderman, but I have the Mark One suit, no head sculpt. I think that head sculpts do play a factor because there's a lot of R&D that go into these head sculpts. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's part of it because look what happened to, for example, the OG Mandalorian that came out, and a few months later, look who came out. Beskar Mando came out of freaking nowhere. That was supposed to come out like what, spring? That was supposed to come out spring, like a few months ago, right? No, it came out literally December.
Christmas, right? Or the day after Christmas.
I don't care. It came out Christmas, December, just in time for the holidays.
Yep.
So I think the head sculpts do play a factor in some of these delays. But also you gotta understand that not only we got Rex delayed, right? Rex is part of the delay gang with Pennywise. Let me see who else. There's so many delays now.
Yeah.
Like I'm turning a blank.
Okay, there's more figures. At this point, we need to find out who isn't delayed. And at this point, I think the only one we've can pretty much confirmed isn't delayed as of right now today is the Mark 85 Battle Damaged. So that might come out Monday. So
yeah, we just gotta see. But yeah, guys, I will let you guys know I am shaving this beard. Okay, I'm just gotta get to my barber next week. So enjoy this beard while you can, because this is going to be gone. It's gonna turn into the Tony Stark goatee. All right, it's gonna be gone because I know people love talking about my beard in the comments in other videos too. So I'm just saying this is gonna be gone, guys. It's gonna be gone. So enjoy this while it lasts. But yeah, guys, that's all we have for today. I need to end it now because we're just gonna continue talking with Don here. All right, so we just gotta end it now before it turns into another 18 minutes.
Yep. 18 minutes later.
18 minutes later. But yes, but anyway, guys, I think we are going to have a stream on Saturday. I'm still not sure about Aries having the stream. Well, I know me and Don are going to be with Hot Collectibles, Dante, on Friday for his 1 year anniversary. We're going to be there. But then on Saturday, me and Don might have a stream on Saturday because I am having a stream with Aries on his channel with Easy on this Sunday, I believe. So I'll let you guys know. I'll set it up. I'll set up these streams maybe tomorrow. Set up everything scheduled up. So if I'm having the stream this Sunday on Aries channel with Easy, me and Don will have our stream on Saturday then.
Yep, we'll figure it out one way or another.
Yeah, but Anakin Twins is like, what's under the hat? Well, it's a big giant afro, which I will shave down. Okay, I was gonna go get a buzz cut. Get that out of the way. So that's the plan. That's the plan with my. I'm getting tired of my hair, so I'm gonna get this goatee.
You're getting tired of your hair? Come on, I've got the Picard going on.
They got the Picard,
and I don't care, honestly. It gives a sense of distinction and elegance to the man.
Well, I'll join. Like once I get this, once I shave down my afro. Once I shave down my afro, I'll take off the hat for a while so I could join you with the Picard.
Yep.
But anyway, guys, thank you all for joining up for the stream. Also, if Denobi is still listening, thank you for joining us as one of our guests. We really enjoyed your insight with Hot Toys and with the world, and we got into politics there, so it was really a lot of fun. And also, guys, like I said, that's what's happening with the streams this week. I will set it up for. Oh wait, what happened?
Oh no, Anakin's Twins. There are 4 lights. Only a Trekkie would get that. There are 4 lights.
All right, I'm gone. I'm gone.
Okay.
All right, guys. Take it easy, guys. And remember,
All right.
we're just simple men trying to make our way in the Hot Toy universe. May the force be with you.
All right. Have a good one, folks. Thanks. Stay safe.